Hello.
Hello. Okay, so as you probably gathered by now, this is the new some random hiking movie that like one guy asked for. Actually, he didn't even ask for it. He asked when are you going to make the new one? So like, yeah, the audience demands the new some random hiking movie episode. Let's do it. Cat was like, oh, I'm not lazy anymore. Let's go.
Unfortunately, we have no fucking idea what are we supposed to film today, so probably it's gonna suck ass. And also, while I still remember, I need to say that Antroid has bought a new computer, and I'm fucking jelly right now because he has a better computer than I am.
Problem.
Yes.
Интересно, я попал в кадр. Ну ладно. So this is the park. Another one, just a part of the big forest where we filmed a lot of our episodes, but this is a kind of separate place. It's called how to translate this, ecological pathway, something like that. I don't know why, but it's like a more civilized just path through the forest, and there are like signs, educational signs about why this tree is cool and how to find north and south and west and east on the crossroad and stuff like that.
So it's an official hiking route of sorts.
Yeah, and there is a spring where lots of people go and try to get some water, because apparently it's much better than, I don't know, water from the tap, and though I really think it's not. But whatever, it might be a little bit cleaner. So yeah, let's not waste any more time around here. Let's just go. The entrance is over there. We of course will not be filming on the way. On the way, all the way. Erroneously said what actually made sense. So yeah, as not to waste our space and battery. So until next take. So here we are just in. As you can see, there is still some work to be done. Some roads to pave. But overall it's already a pretty nice place. It even was a pretty nice place before all these как бы это по-английски сказать?
Enhancements.
Yeah, that makes sense. Enhancements. There is, yeah, my forest is augmented. I was debating going over there because there is a field, and there is an old building of a
Gunpowder.
Yes, gunpowder. You probably remember it from Minecraft.
Yeah.
Gunpowder, like factory, which surprisingly burned down. But the house,
Oh, the irony.
yes, the house was a bit like repainted maybe, and now it's something else. I don't know what it is. But we are of course too lazy to go there because it would be a major detour, and who needs that? Who puts effort into movies? Seriously. We're like with a bowl of hiking movies. Is there even such a thing as hiking movies? There's an owl.
Yeah, sure. There are like, what, 4 parts of
Oops.
them?
Yeah, advice owl.
Yeah.
This is major time manipulation because we are filming this after we're done with everything else, but this kind of fits in the beginning where you are seeing it right now. That building over there where we're going is that former gunpowder factory, I think, which was renovated after it either exploded or was had a fire, or however you say it. Just to show it, and kind of this place in general. There is a cute little tree, I think that one. Let's come over and see. There's like a neat little drawing there. Oh, there's like a window. This is a window, and there, I think there was, yeah, this is a door. Kinda cool. Yeah, kinda cool.
There is even a handle on the door.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the building that I was talking about just now. We should really went here in winter. Maybe we will, but maybe we won't, because all these little fir trees, baby fir trees, they look pretty cool when they're like all covered in snow.
Yeah, Hippocat also looks pretty cool when covered in snow, right, Antroid?
Yeah.
That's why I am not so eager to go here in winter, because I know I gotta be diving in every fucking pile of snow.
But that was one of the biggest appeals of our movies, Hippocat. That's why the summer one wasn't as successful, even though I was there, like the face of me. At least I think it wasn't as successful.
Really, we need to hire a stunt person who would dive into...
Why would we hire a stunt person if there is you and you even don't get paid for this?
That's the problem, that I don't get paid. Yeah, I really should ask
Well,
money for this.
I can pay you in pain.
No, that's not an acceptable currency.
Curious little writing on the bench. Truth and
Usefulness.
Usefulness, yeah. Why? What the fuck is this? Why does it even exist? It's not like
Well,
the rest
see,
of...
this bench, it's pretty useful, right? And that's the truth, so
Okay.
I guess it's
I think, I mean, usually there are writings like, if you throw trash here, you're a bad person, or just clean up after yourself and stuff like that. Amusingly, one of those writings was also on a bench near here, but it was right next to a drawing of swastika. So it's like, if you are throwing trash around, you're going to be killed and put into a concentration camp or something, in some order.
well, I don't know, that would be probably a nice way to deal with
Yeah, actually,
people littering all around.
I wouldn't be opposing to a new kind of camp for these guys, because they seriously piss me off. And of course, a lot of my viewers agree. If you remember comments on Dacia the movie part 3,
I remember that.
it was like, all those motherfuckers littering. I was there this autumn, didn't film a movie because I didn't feel like it even. I'm going probably to film a winter one when I go there at New Year, but anyway, I went to the shore of Istinska once again, and there were a lot of printed out like notes everywhere on the trees which said like, want to feel like a fucking asshole, throw trash right here, or if you will throw trash here, I will curse you forever, and signed witch, or actually more accurately sorceress, because she didn't apparently think of signing as witch. It would be more effective, I think. And this is the this is the pond which is near the spring. The spring is in this little house here, but looking at the pond doesn't really make you want to get water from anywhere near here, does it?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just zoom there, because this fancy new camera can zoom in real time while recording.
You have a new camera?
Well, this is father's new camera, which I used for Dacia 4. So there is the spring. Here I won't go there. There is the pond. Here's Johnny Hippocat. Okay, I'm not... Oh, he is covered. Here's Johnny. Wait, I will zoom out now. Do it again. That was because very amusing and worth documenting forever. This is a log. Okay, so anyway, we're going there because where is the owl? There is an owl somewhere here, and yeah.
Everyone is fond of owls.
This one actually doesn't advise us to go, but I remember that it did make me go there earlier.
Yeah, that owl was like, get out, and this one is like, stop right here, criminal scum. What?
Nothing. I just want to make an opportunity for my viewers to imagine them hitting you in the face. Okay, so this is pretty much what we're going to see for like 5 minutes, so see you in the next interesting point, which will be, I guess, the little bridge over some hole. Well, okay, we'll film it anyway. Okay, here's the bridge, of course, very interesting and worth our time.
What are you talking about? Bridges are fucking awesome.
Yeah,
All
well,
of them.
I agree they are, but this bridge is kind of, why would there be a bridge?
Listen, there was an opportunity to build a bridge.
Where
Why not use it?
You know, there are like more surface in our this forest is covered with these kind of trenches than like flat ground, so there's like millions of opportunities to build bridges everywhere.
Well, let's build one right here.
With corpses.
Yes.
Or bones. Don't film it.
You son of a bitch, give me back my camera.
Stop, wait. You want your camera? Go and get it. And I'm thinking of adding like a 3ds Max model of a camera flying there. Maybe I will. I always wanted to try something like that with like a pretending I threw your mobile phone into water and then modeling a crude model of it and using like special effects. Is it alright? Did I mess something up?
No, apparently it just did not exactly recharge. That's a shame.
Yes. What how was it what a rotten way to go, or
What
was
a
it?
rotten way to die.
Yeah, for a camera of no charge. Yeah, I wanted to mention once we were walking here with Hippocat talking about like filming a spoof on Blair Witch, and actually now it looks more fitting for that, because then it was, I think, winter maybe. And well, even though I know this route and how to loop back to the city, like where we entered, we kind of took a wrong turn somewhere and ended up at this bridge once again, or the next bridge, I don't remember. So it was like kind of weird, like we were talking about Blair Witch, and we started like looping around the forest like they did. And then by the way, that's, I don't know if I mentioned this 100 times or just 99 times, but that's like my favorite horror movie ever, and the only one that is still managed to scare me if I watch it, even though I know everything that happens, absolutely everything. If I watch it when I'm alone at home, and preferably at night, I still get kind of scared.
Well, if you want to get scared at home at night, you'd better see Paranormal Activity. Well, a lot of people seem to hate this movie, Paranormal Activity.
What's it about?
Scary as fuck. It's about some freaking ghost, demon shit haunting one girl.
Oh no, demon shit!
Yeah,
that's horrible.
And it's also made in the same style like documentary. And it is pretty fucking scary, at least to me. But a lot of people hate it, and I am not sure why.
You know, I watched a movie, I don't remember how it was called even, but it was about like a group of guys filming one of those shows like Ghost Hunters or something, where they have like this like gadgets that detect like traces of ghosts and shit like that, and they go into what was an abandoned insane asylum, I think, or just a hospital, but yeah, it was probably an insane asylum, and they like barricade themselves in there for the night, and they set up all this equipment, and they track like, ooh, we're filming another episode of this our TV series about ghosts. And they're like, ah, of course it's no ghosts exist, blah blah blah. We're like fooling them. There was a guy who pretended to be like a psychic, and when they stopped filming, he was like, ah, those idiots, and stuff like that. And then of course real paranormal stuff starts happening, but it very quickly turns from a kind of unnerving and potentially scary movie, it turns into a really cheesy and shitty, and I was laughing all the way until the end because it was very funny, but I don't even remember anymore what was so funny about it. It had its cool moments right up until like the first kind of zombie ghost man appeared, and then it was meh, because he was not scary, or she, I don't remember. Anyway, we are coming up to, I don't remember if this is even a bridge. I always thought there were two bridges here, but it kind of looks like it's just a road and no bridge, which is where another owl. And we are going left after this trench. Why am I calling them trenches?
Fuck, I'm not even sure what this word means.
I thought trench was like, well, before I thought it was okay for a wrag, but then I kind of found out that it was mostly used for a cop. And then I'm not sure anymore.
We are in the middle of battlefield here. We are fighting boredom.
Battlefield
and
3.
We're making an entertaining video.
Entertaining.
This is a war zone.
Entertaining, seriously.
Of course.
Okay. If you say so. Well, I don't know what this is. Supposedly there is like a single dude who tends this whole forest, and he lives somewhere in the forest, and he is carving out all these wooden decorations, maybe most of them, because he is like a fan of like pagan style or something. Maybe he is a kind of pagan dude. Yeah, there's not even a fucking bridge. It's just a pile of dirt shaped like a road and a pipe.
It's not a pipe. You know, it kind of looks like
It's a tube.
light post.
Yeah, you're right, it kind of does, but why would it be here then?
Fuck if I know.
Because the pipe is totally logical to be here, right?
Well, it's not a pipe, it's made of concrete.
Well, a lot of pipes are made of concrete, you know, the bigger ones that like
Oh, yeah, sure.
a meter
Yeah.
in diameter.
I'm stupid.
You are an idiot! Look
I'm
at
an
this guy.
idiot.
Ah, do it again, of course.
Idiot.
Yes, yes, yes. You are doing all these amusing gestures when I'm not filming them. It is a
Well, it's
waste.
your fault.
No, it's your fault.
No.
Yes. Okay, let's go right here. There is the MCAD, by the way, which is how did I translate it earlier?
Oh,
Moscow
Circular
Automobile.
Highway or something.
Yeah, so that place which separates civilization from the wilderness, which we crossed in that episode of Srhm where I appeared personally. But I was without my cool beard, so damn it. So I was not really no one fucks with Antroid's recording, you motherfucker.
Oh shit.
I'm suddenly reminded of that scene in Conker's Bad Fur Day when Don Weasel beat up a guy with a bat, and he was like, "And don't you ever do that to me!" But I don't have a bat. I have one at home, and I was considering taking it, but apparently I thought it would have no use. Ah, what a fool I was. Okay. What the hell is this? Ooh, voodoo trinkets. Scary. Oh no! Oh no, what did I just do? Fuck! Now the spirits are after us. Okay, let's...
After you, I haven't touched the fucking thing. You son of a bitch!
Oh. Let's just hang it. Where was it? Let's pretend it was here. Let's be respectful to the spirits of the Fenichki. I am the spirit, I possess this body, I'll beat you up!
Fuck off, Antroid.
Okay. Yeah, it's kinda... we have less opportunities for fucking with Hippocat now that there is no snow. Well, you just wait...
I'd rather not be fucking with you, Antroid.
Well, you won't be.
Very much, but I do not feel this way.
We'll see about that in the next in the next episode of some random hiking movie when there is snow all around. The only way you can change your destiny is to somehow prevent winter from happening. So get on it.
Yeah, I'd better start working right now.
And I'm like turning away from you and expecting like a club on my head just landing.
You know, I kind of thought about that, but we haven't finished this episode, and I'm too lazy to do that myself. So I guess you gotta leave for a little while.
I have a object that I can bludgeon you with, so be careful what you're saying. No?
You son of a bitch.
It's no use! It's no use!
Is that a quote from somewhere?
Yeah, I think It's from Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, like silver boss fight and something. Did you watch the LP of Sonic 2006?
I kinda tried, but it was so fucking boring that I couldn't.
Yeah, I kinda understand you. I watched it like 2 times, but when I tried to do it again not too long ago, and I was like, how did I watch this before? My favorite LP of all time remains to be Daikatana LP by Proteus and Suspicious. It was really kind of, I don't know, funny.
Isn't there a new Sonic game coming out? Sonic Generations or something?
Yeah, it's kind of... Yeah, I don't know, it's on the PC also, so I could probably technically try to check it out somehow, but I'm really not liking any Sonic games after the 3 Sega Mega Drive ones. Well, you can 3.5. I don't care for
What
them.
do you mean 3.5?
Well,
Sonic
2,
Sonic and
well, like Sonic 3.
Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, Sonic
and
3
there
and
is Knuckles Chaotix.
I don't think it's on that same platform. It's on like Sega CD or something.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Like Sonic CD. But I count Sonic 3 and Knuckles and is like a 1.5 games. Even though they felt like they were supposed to be played separately, because the Sonic and Knuckles starts off easy once again after the moderately challenging ending of Sonic 3. But yeah, so, and I'm just not excited at all about any Sonic games now, because they kinda lost the feeling. I don't know what I even liked about them. Mainly, of course, I didn't really like the gameplay. Lots of levels I don't like. Sonic 3 was... I had an album like with stickers to collect, like buy separately and collect there. And it was about Sonic 3 and probably Knuckles. Well, I don't think, yeah, probably just about Sonic 3. And that was the last page about the cartoon. And the thing was that they printed like whole level maps as a background for the pages, and when I was a kid I was like, whoa, about that. So Sonic 3 really holds like a huge nostalgic value, even though I didn't play it until I had internet.
Well, I don't know, Sonic Adventure 1, I haven't played the second one, but the first one was pretty good in my opinion. And Sonic Heroes not so bad either, but I didn't like it.
Actually, you know, Sonic Heroes is regarded apparently as bad as Sonic 2006 somehow.
I don't know, I remember you telling me that you kinda liked Heroes.
Yeah, I kinda did like Heroes, because it had like I don't know, I liked the last levels of it, and I didn't mind the gameplay. I liked the Rail Canyon level because it was the new kind of thing, like whoa, huge heights, and you like it was all over Sonic Adventure 2, and I later played it. Later levels too had huge heights, but it was like a new aspect of the Sonic 3D Sonic games for me, and I was like, whoa, this is exciting.
I don't know, I remember having some terrible problems with controls. Well, this game is obviously supposed to be played with a gamepad, but I don't have a gamepad, and I don't want to buy it.
Yeah, well, I beat it on, I think, I don't know if there's a difficulty selection there, but I beat it with all 4 teams, and I got the end story or whatever it was about, I think, beating up on the metal Sonic Dragon thingy, and I did kind of like it. Especially I like the last level, the like feeling of it. It was more of a mindless story about just, hey, Robotnik made a horde of huge ships and he's attacking, so go beat him up. Even though in the end there was a twist, like, whoa, it was not Robotnik. But it was more like the old games, and this Adventure 1 I don't really mind too much, even though gameplay wise I didn't like it at all. It was very buggy, but the kind of story and atmosphere was okay there. But Sonic Adventure 2 I just fucking hate. I played it on the emulator of the, how was it called, Dreamcast emulator, and I fucking hated it.
Wait, Dreamcast? Wasn't it on PlayStation 2?
I think it was on Dreamcast, and later like Battle Edition or something was on GameCube. Oh, by the way, I think that my new PC is going to be able to emulate GameCube finally. Yes, I'm looking forward to playing, I don't know, Mario Sunshine and Zelda Wind Waker. Yes, and Paper Mario 2. And we are finally here. Somehow we filmed the whole way here talking about Sonic. Let's see if the flowers are still here, which were there last time when I was here. I think there is like a trace of them. You can see some yellow. There is a mkad. Yeah, they are kinda still here, partly. Some are even alive, but overall I think this place still looks neat, to say the least.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
There is a, how should I put it, Gopniki, Rayon Gopnikov.
Rayon Gopnikov?
Well,
You're talking
South
about
Butova, yeah, Butova is apparently everybody thinks that Butova region area, whatever, is like the nest of well, these kind of
some thugs and bandits and
yeah,
those
kind of people. We have a word for them.
The kind of people who come to you in the evening and ask very politely to hand over your phone and money.
Yeah, if you say that you don't have it, they say like, well, what if I find them? You say, oh, okay, yes, I guess I can't fool you, and you hand them over your phone and money. Yeah, those
or
kind of guys.
Beat up and then they take it.
Yeah, so yeah, and I was there. There is like two parts of it, divided by a little forest. The later part you access by like a light railroad or some shit.
Yeah, by the way, it's the most awesome line of Russian Moscow subway.
It's not even a subway because
yeah,
it's above ground. Yeah, I kind of liked it. It's like just 4 stations, but it's like high above the ground. Whoa. Brightness adjustment looks cool when I aim at the sky. So it's pretty cool, but it's covered in like protective glass, which is very dirty, and you can't really see much when you are riding.
When I was in that area, I went there some years ago when I had to take some additional physics lessons or something, and to me it looked like, you know, that fancy area where some rich people live and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, it's I think it's a relatively new area. So I remember once I was walking there and there was like some guys walked past me and they were saying like, oh, those motherfuckers didn't plan this area very good at all, because there is like not enough space for our cars to park or to turn around. So it's kind of made an impression that it was a newer region, even though the houses look like any house in Moscow, the Soviet kind of architecture.
Well, no, I disagree. They look kind of newer.
Some of them. The closest, those ones, especially those like right in the center of the frame right now. Those, the leftmost, right? Which is this? Leftmost ones, yeah, the leftmost ones. Well, and those brown ones, beige ones, they also look kind of oldish.
Well, yeah, they are kind of standard, but I exited that light train stuff. On what station? Boulevard Dmitry Donskova, I think.
Boulevard Dmitry Donskova is the final station of the regular
well, maybe
subway.
It was like a couple stations away from that, and that area looked very cool. It was huge, like open spaces.
Yeah, I remember I exited the last station of that line and just kind of took a walk around and appreciate. Yeah, it was a really cool new place. So, and I was in that part and then this part, which is just outside Moscow, and they all look like a very clean and nice neighborhood. And I don't know why they get this kind of fame that they are like crime central. And yeah, that's the more you know, kinda. 5 minutes. And now for something special just for you guys. Well, let's actually do it on a separate take. So I guess this will be a video part 1, now that I can do infinite length. This is going to be the end of part 1 of this video, and the part 2 is going to be something familiar to some of you, but at the same time a bit different. So
like, I wouldn't understand what you're talking about if I wouldn't know about that.
Well, you all understand, and by you I mean the viewers, you will understand it once you see it. So yeah, let's dramatically finish this take. I lied about ending because we are going to the place where we'll be filming the part 2, but I just kind of wanted to film all this neatness on the way, because I really like how it looks like right now. we are looking for a place to sit. We could probably sit on like some of this grass because it's dry enough and clean enough if we don't find any, but still no harm in trying. Funny thing is, this is more beautiful than anything I saw at Dacia when I went there 2 weeks ago. At the Dacia it was really boring because all the trees, most of the trees in the forest are coniferous, if I remember the word correctly. That is hvoiny.
Fuck, I don't know this word.
Hvoiny, and listeny is deciduous, I think. So there was like nothing yellow and orange as autumn usually should be. It was all brown and boring. There was like only one single bush in the whole forest that I stumbled upon that was yellow. Da-da, da-da-da.
Yeah, this field looks pretty fucking cool with this color combination. It kind of feels like, I don't know, somebody sprayed yellow paint over the field from it.
Huh, yeah, kinda. Well, if you just kinda squint and look from a faraway place, it might look like this. Or if the paint was like very not at all unlike the 3ds Max simulation stuff, which you can probably see in some old 3D movies where there's like a liquid and it looks like it's formed of tiny spheres, if you understand what I'm talking about. And this kind of style of calculating like liquid physics, and it would always end up as this kind of bunch of spheres lying all over the place instead of like a puddle. Yeah, I guess that's enough. That's enough of the beauty, because it's not going to get more interesting. So yeah, now is the real end of episode 2, and now it's the dramatic and that I wanted to make. Blink. Okay. Thanks, faggot. Anyway, we were there, and now we're suddenly here. We went up here like this, and just wanted to share. We are trying to go over there. Over there. I just wanted to kind of film this area because I kind of like it. Say kinda.
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing, kinda.
Well, you know, every place that has huge trucks is amazing, because trucks are awesome.
Yeah, trucks are pretty cool. Where is it? It's so yellow over there. It is a mystery, but it's not an interesting mystery, so we'll ignore it. And we'll just go in that direction until we find something else. Ничего, перебежим. Я тут с собаками перебегал.
Сейчас нет собак, никто нам не подскажет, как правильно сделать.
Да. Блин, а там уже огорожено что-то походу. Ну не до конца. Ладно, разберемся на месте. And we're here. I don't know which episode this will go in. Once again in the first one or in the beginning of the second one, but doesn't matter.
Does it even make sense to talk about it? Because we won't know until you're gonna start editing everything.
Well, but we talk about stuff like this all the time in our videos about how we will edit them later.
Yeah, because that's the most interesting thing to talk about. Because everyone wants to know how
our thought process
are produced and everything.
Yeah. And over there somewhere is where we filmed one of the last parts, maybe the last part of, what's it also called, Srhm and Heike movie, where we were investigating like a mystery of green thingies and later a wasp bit me, actually stung.
Yeah, I think it was some random like
Part 5?
3?
I think 5.
Wait, there are 5 of them?
I think there are 5. There is the first one, I think, is with that one is on your channel. The first one which you edited, and you added a troll face, I think, to your face. And the second one, somewhere there is the one that we filmed in your part of Moscow. There is the one that we filmed in my part of Moscow, but I like edited a year later. There is that's 3 already, and 4, maybe it's 4. I don't remember if we had some random hiking movie 4 really, but I thought it was, I thought that episode was 5, so I don't know. I'm as always lost when I try to remember something like that. But this also looks pretty neat. This area, let's stop for a second because otherwise the camera is shaking like crazy. Let's try doing a zoom. Thank you, faggot. Let's
You're
try
welcome,
doing
faggot.
a zoom agate. Zoom agate. Zoom out. Zoom agate. I don't think the feel of the place is going to be translated well enough into video, so let's stop even trying. You sound like there's 2 people walking for some reason. Just wanted to say that because it's true. There is like a little pond. Whoa, this place kind of looks interesting, but I'm not sure if it's worth it trying to get down there. Let's just try to zoom. It's kind of
once again, how's that
blurry.
freaking plant called? Cattails or what?
Yeah, this brown one is called cattail, but I'm more interested in whatever grass weed is all the way there. Yeah, sure, let's try. You can stay if you want, but I will try to get as close to, yeah, this is probably as close as I get, because
I would advise again to go in there.
yeah, this is where I stop, because as you can see it's already water here. I don't know, we'll probably get closer to it somewhere along there, not sure. Just wanted to film it, okay.
Why the fuck? That's not funny.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
Well,
not.
I've got some too on my bag of holding.
Now I'm gonna spend ages trying to take it out of my fucking scarf.
Yeah. As you said, why the fuck did you even follow me there?
Yeah, shit.
And I know why, because you're a moron. Nah,
Well, you're the one who went there first, so you are a moron.
I wasn't following. I wasn't following anyone. You were following me without a reason, so you acted like a stupid bitch, and you are now not admitting it because you're stubborn like that. You deserve to be shoved into snow if there was snow.
Guess I'm lucky there isn't any.
Don't worry, there will be.
I'm not gonna come to you when there will be snow.
I'm going to come to you. I know where you live.
You already fucking haunt me in my nightmares. Already.
Yes, it was a mistake showing me where you live. I know now. And if I need you, I'm going to come and get you. While you're sleeping. What's written on your scarf? 20 years skbquanter.r. What the fuck is that?
I have no idea. Some accounting program or something, I have no idea.
Awesome. So you're like a fan of accounting programs?
No, just my mom brought this scarf from somewhere and she's an accountant, so probably it's related to accounting. I have no idea.
That makes sense, surprisingly. Okay, the space is going to run out on my camera any second now. So let's end this in style, I guess. Once again.